Hello everyone, I decided to give you a short update about the recent development of the US election campaign. And gosh, there is news to tell you. So, on the 16th of October, Kamala Harris decided to give an interview at Fox News. This is a conservative, Republican-oriented channel. However, we need to appreciate her bravery that she took on the challenge. Now, the interview became a disaster for her. She came through, as we would expect, as an empty politician. Remember, in July, when Biden stood down and endorsed Kamala Harris, I forecasted that the Democratic Convention would choose Kamala Harris to run for the presidency. And see, I was right. I also said she didn't have the brain to run a successful campaign against Trump. Now, when I say this, you need to see this in context. In 2016, when I was watching the debates between Hillary Clinton and Trump, I was facepalming myself because Hillary Clinton was a highly read, highly skilled, and well-prepared politician. Compared to her, Trump looked like an idiot. Now, when I say that Kamala Harris is no challenge, no match for Trump, that says a lot. Okay, I need to mitigate this a bit because she isn't that dumb. But as other commentators said, she feels intellectually lazy. She isn't prepared in any sort of policy area, and I must say she is a social climber. She is professional in climbing up the social ladder, and those of you who know my channel a bit deeper know that I am open to the occult sciences, numerology, astrology, and I could read some of the aspects in her astrological chart. Her ascendant is in Gemini. Now, to me, Gemini is the most annoying sign because they think very quickly and it is impossible to argue or to reason with them, because whenever they feel uncomfortable or embarrassed in an argument, they start to relate to topics which are just vaguely connected to the subject what we are talking about, and this makes otherwise they often interrupt. So anyone who attempts to make a meaningful conversation with a Gemini, oh no, that's a tough challenge. I don't think it's manageable. I normally just listen to them when this happens and simply just give up. I conclude that okay, we can agree to disagree and move on, because it's not worth the effort to argue with them. Now, Kamala Harris is a prime example of this. Well, during the Fox interview, there was a question what she would have done differently during the last 3.5 years, and the reference was about 79% of the country felt the country was heading into the wrong direction, and her answer was that, well, we couldn't really do anything differently because Donald Trump has been campaigning for 10 years. You see the problem. Now, this is just one problem with Kamala Harris. There's another problem, which is I think her Saturn is in Aquarius, but it is retrograde in her chart. And when Saturn is retrograde, this person usually doesn't feel any internal block not to do anything what they want. Just one example. My niece has retrograde Saturn in her chart, and an average person feel the internal block not to eat with their own fork from the main food bowl. Now, my niece doesn't feel this. She just eats whatever she wants. She isn't concerned that it makes other people annoyed. No, she just does it because why not? Kamala Harris is the same. And she was late from the Fox interview. Wow. If Fox gives someone the honor to make a 30-minute interview, you want to make sure that you are not late. She just didn't care. That's it. That's her. So if she were in office, God bless. Whoa. Hope she won't. And the chances are that the Democratic Party is actually facing a catastrophic defeat in this election. Most of you don't know that I am a left-leaning person anyway. My intellectual capacity makes me think that any progressive politics has better chances with liberal and social democratic parties. Therefore, I am a natural born lefty after my academic background. But this time around, I came to the stage when I want Donald Trump to win. And hear me out on this one, why I'm saying this. I believe this imminent catastrophic defeat of the US Democratic Party will actually serve as a catalyst for change within the party, and they might realize that it is not enough to have a diversity candidate. They also need some specific experience, preparedness, and I would even say skills, but experience and preparedness can work out without huge talent anyway. If they are hardworking, they can do well in politics. Now, Kamala Harris, her biggest asset is that, as Elon Musk composed it, she is the ultimate diversity candidate, a woman of color. I don't agree with Elon Musk because he said that anyone who disagrees with Kamala Harris, that puts this person immediately into the category of sexist or racist. Oh, sorry, sexist and racist. Now, it's not the problem. That's not why Kamala Harris is the ultimate diversity candidate. No, she is the ultimate diversity candidate because has nothing else to offer. Oh, thank you. I could get it off my chest. So, in the long run, there is a chance that even the Democratic Party will realize that any candidate needs skills and preparedness. It's not gonna be enough to have a diversity candidate. My hope is that some professionalism, meritocratic aspects will come to society. Now, it needs time. First, the Democratic Party should face this defeat. Then they should realize the next steps. And it is then when the press, the liberal press, will react. And it is then when the liberal press will change their tone towards politicians and politics in general. Now, maybe you think that this long-term trend doesn't exist. I believe it does. And there are other cases from this year which shows that we are heading into this direction. During the Olympic Games, in female boxing, there were two participants who had XY chromosomes. This means biologically they are likely men. I say likely because they still had vagina and they were raised as girls. However, this chromosomic composition of the genome makes me feel that they are indeed men. And yes, their body structure was different than the women's. And after this controversy, the leader of the International Association of Athletics Federations, Sebastian Coe, who is the most ambitious candidate to become the next chair of the International Olympics Committee, demanded clarity in terms of the eligibility criteria for female participants in many sports. The International Olympics Committee should decide the rules for eligibility no later than the 2026, 2 years before the next Olympic Games. Now, this is also coming. I believe there will be 2 categories, one for women and another one which is called open category. This is where men and anything in between men and women can participate. Let's see what happens. But this will be a fairer system of conditions for all participants, especially for women. Now, when this happens, that will have a profound effect on societies internationally. And paralleled with the coming democratic defeat in the United States, this will mean we may have a fairer society. Now, there is a shadow aspect of this as well, because if competition is free in societies, those who are losing may not be protected well enough. So we should provide them a floor under which they cannot fall in terms of income prospects. But actually, this is the world what even Elon Musk supports. I don't like the guy, but his preference for meritocracy can be okay. In another video, I'm gonna talk about Elon Musk and what we can expect from him in politics. For today, let it be enough. In summary, Kamala Harris made a huge mistake, but actually it's not her mistake, it is the Democratic Party's mistake to allow her to give an interview at Fox News. And I think this will be the final nail in her political coffin. And Trump is likely to win the election with a massive margin. However, what comes after the election, it's not predictable at this stage. Keep in touch and see you in the next one. Thank you.